Hello dosto, myself Hitesh. Today we will study class 10th history, chapter number 1, the rise of nationalism in Europe. So, as we all know, this chapter is all about nationalism. This chapter is about nationalism. So, emerged as a powerful force in the 19th century in Europe, it replaced old empires and kingdoms with modern nation states where people shared a common identity based on language, culture, history, and territory. So, nationalism emerged as a powerful force in the 19th century Europe. It replaced the old empires and kingdoms that were with modern nation states where people shared a common identity based on languages, culture, history, and territory. So now, Frederick Soriot Utopian Vision. So what was that? In 1848, French artist Frederick Soriot created a series of 4 prints showing his dream of a world of democratic and social republics. Showing a world of democratic and social republics. So what was that? The first print shows people from Europe and America, be it man, woman, all classes marching in a line and paying homage to the Statue of Liberty. Please refer to your NCRT book where you will find the Statue of Liberty, and all the people from Europe and America. It contains man, woman, and all classes marching in a line, paying homage to the Statue of Liberty. Liberty holds a torch that is called enlightenment and a charter of human rights. In one hand, a torch, and one hand, charter of right of man. Shattered symbols of absolute monarch like on the ground. So shattered symbols of absolute monarch. There should be absolute monarch that lies on the ground. People carry flags of their nations. France leading with tricolor, then Germany with black, red, gold color. Christ, saints, and angels watch from above, symbolizing fraternity. So it is better if you look at your picture in the history textbook. You will find from the NCRT that what is happening is kind of one images of a Statue of Liberty is showing. In one hand she has got a torch and one hand charter of man, and the symbols of absolute monarchy lie on the ground, that there should not be any absolute monarchy, and people are carrying flag of France and Germany, and all the Christ, saints, and angels from the heaven above, symbolizing fraternity. They always symbolizing fraternity, right? Okay, now let's look at the other one. Now we move on to the another one. So what is the importance of this image? Let's focus on this. This image represents hope for a world of free, equal nation. It was utopian. Utopian means ideal for unrealistic at the time, because Europe was still divided into monarchies and empires. So Europe was divided into monarchies and empires. So they were hoping for utopian. Utopian means an unrealistic world. So world of free and equal nations. So it's relevant. It sets the tone for how nationalism spread ideas of liberty, equality, and national identity. So it just set the pace for the nationalism. I hope you got this one. Now we should move on to the another one, the French Revolution 1789. So what happened? The French Revolution was the first clear expression of the nationalism. So French Revolution was the first clear expression of nationalism. France was under an absolute monarch, and we are aware of King Louis XVI. We have already studied in class 9th. People revolted due to inequality, state systems. Why there was inequality? Because there was a state system, nobility, clerk, and general states. There were financial crises, ideas of liberty from thinkers like Rousseau and Voltaire. So they helped the people to understand things, and they motivated people for the revolution. Who were there? Rousseau and Voltaire. On 14th of July 1789, people stormed the Bastille, that was the prison, symbol of royal tyranny, and took control. So Bastille was a prison, and that represents a symbol of the royal tyranny. That means that represents the negative power of the royal. maybe you can call it Louis XVI or the governments. It was a symbol of negative power of the government. And people revolted and they took control of the Bastille prison. National Assembly formed. Then National Assembly formed. They formed a National Assembly. Monarchy abolished. They abolished the monarchy. France became a republic. So we all are aware that monarchy is a system where the countries are ruled by the kings and queens. And so people revolted because what happened, there was inequality, financial crisis, and there were thinkers at that time that focused on liberty, so that all the things forced people for the revolution happened, National Assembly got formed, monarchy got abolished, and France became republic, right? Next, ideas, le patrie. Then the ideas emerged. The ideas was le patrie. The ideas was very simple. What was this? Le patrie. That means fatherland. And le citoyen means citizens. Created collected identity. That means fatherland and citizens created collected identity. So this is our fatherland and we are the citizens. Next, the key measures taken. So we are all aware that tricolor flag replaced royal standards. So France came with its own tricolor. France came with its own tricolor, right? And if you look at the France, we have the tricolor of France. New hymns, new oaths, marches commemorated the name of the nation. So what actually happened? What happened? So there were new songs were sung, new oaths were taken, marches. Those who sacrificed their life in the revolution, they were given awarded. Their family was given awarded. They were respected in the name of the nation. Centralized administration was there. Uniform laws, ways and measures. So these things were taken. Centralized administration was done. That there should be centralized administration. Uniform laws should be there. Weights and measures, how we should measure things, right? Like we have kgs, other countries have pounds, right? Similarly, weights and measures were adopted. French language promoted, regional dialects discouraged, declaration of rights of man and citizen. These were the things that were key measures that were taken when the France got the when the revolution happened and monarchy was abolished. And I hope this thing is clear. Next, it's time for us to move on the another one, and that is effects and implications. Sovereignty shifted from king to citizens. The sovereignty shifted from king to citizens. Now the power rests with the citizens. French armies spread these core ideas across Europe. So it was the French army that take this idea to the Europe. Jacobin club formed in other countries, preparing ground for revolutions. So Jacobin clubs in other countries started to form, preparing. So Jacobin clubs was a kind of revolutionary club that started to form in other countries, preparing ground for revolutions, that we will revolt. Importance. It showed that ordinary people could shape their destiny and inspire nationalists everywhere. However, it also led to regime of terror. So, so it says that any country can take lessons, any country can shape their identity and destiny, and they can inspire the nationalists everywhere. Right? This is what they mean. Now, the storming of Bastille became a symbol of resistance against despotism. So, the people that revolted against the Bastille or against the government, it shows Bastille was a prison and it was a symbol of royal negative power. So, people fought against it. It was a resistance against despotism, means all the negative things that they used to did.